All right. How forgiveness can be one of the most important pieces for you along this awakening journey. Forgiveness has looked like so many different things throughout this process for me. Last night is an example. Last night I was laying there deep in meditation, and this wave of forgiveness came upon me. And I share this story to showcase what that process actually feels like and how you can apply this to your life. Because it is such a freeing experience for you, but also everyone else around you. I'm laying there deep in meditation, and these past emotions, these past relationships, these connections start to arise. And with that comes the emotion, the feeling like it just happened in the here and now. The body doesn't know the difference. If you're laying there and you make that feeling feel so intense and real, your body doesn't know that it happened 2 years ago, 4 years ago. It doesn't know. It feels it in the here and now. So as that arises, if you surrender to it and you sit within it, and you allow yourself to embrace it all, everything you feel within that person, within that moment, within that story, you sit in it. And eventually, if you sit there long enough, the answers will come. And when you sit there long enough, you will feel the attachment and you will feel yourself releasing it. And you will feel, for me last night, I was saying out loud, I forgive you. I forgive you. And I'll share this as well. Some of them would come up, I would feel it, and then within that instant, I would feel the forgiveness. I would just forgive instantly. One example around a relationship from my past where I really mistreated a girl in my life. That one froze me dead in my tracks. I'm not going to lie. Right then and there, I could not just forgive myself for the way I treated her. I sat there for a while and I allowed myself to feel the anger, the hate towards myself, the disappointment, the unease, the sadness, the feeling like I let God down, like I was a coward. And all of that came up, all of it. And I called it all in. I allowed myself to sit there and feel it, and go deeper. If there was more anger to be felt, I allowed myself to sit within that anger longer. And then eventually, after continuing to surrender and continuing to accept and feel it all, I was able to forgive myself. It's hard sometimes. It's hard to forgive others. Maybe if you're like me, it's really easier to forgive others. For me, in the process of forgiving others, it's easy for me to say, they were just a little lost that moment. They were just a little off the path of God's love in that moment. They what happened to them? That's just where they did their best. They treated me the best they could for where they were at within themselves. It's so much easier for me to forgive others and not even hold it against them, because I just see it's like that's where they're at in their journey. They treated me exactly where they're at within themselves, and that makes it so much easier. But there's something about forgiving yourself for myself that is harder. That I feel I have a very strong understanding within myself of how I should show up, how I should treat others, the actions I should take. When I don't align with that, it's a lot harder for me to forgive myself. Sometimes you just gotta let the water flow though. Sometimes you're gonna get caught up. And that's okay. You still deserve forgiveness. And ultimately, what you give yourself in here is what you will project and receive from everything else around you. So you want to be able to offer forgiveness to those you care about the most. If that's the energy you want to continue to exchange with everything around you, it's got to go here. This meditation, I know I talk about meditation a lot. Yes, you shouldn't use the practice of meditation where you just completely sit still, but all of this is a meditation if you allow it to. I'm sure you've had those moments where you're driving down the road and maybe you're listening to music, windows down, and you have this aha moment. It can come in all forms at any time if you're open to it. Forgiveness. A common area where forgiveness starts is with your parents, with your family, with your upbringing, those little moments when you were a kid. You have to understand that your parents are just humans. They're just people. That, yes, maybe they could have done more. Maybe they could have shown up differently, but they didn't. They showed up exactly where they were at in their journey. That is what they brought forth to you is where they were at within themselves. Now, because it's our parents and things like that, we tend to hold them to a higher standard. Almost understandably so. They are providers. They are our main support. They brought life to us. And they were supposed to be there to lift us up from a young age, to support us, to hold us. So I understand why there's that type of tie there. But at the end of the day, they are human beings as well. The little boy, the little girl in them still hurts the same way you do. When you give them grace, when you allow yourself to forgive them, it's such an amazing gift. Because then you can sink back in and see them for where they are at and who they are and appreciate that. Not hold all these past judgments over their head and lose sight of how beautiful they really are. That you forgive, you accept, and you allow them to be. It's time to forgive in your life. How long are you going to hold this? The other person probably doesn't even know you hold this. They're probably not even thinking of you. How long are you going to hold this and inflict this pain, this weight, this suffering back onto yourself? When will you forgive? When will you give yourself permission to feel, to open up your heart again? To give and receive love? When? To wrap it up, we're just going to sit here for a brief moment. I want you to feel everything. I want you to think of one person, one moment, maybe even yourself, something that is weighing on you that you need to forgive. I want you to breathe in and out through the nose. I want you to sit with this feeling. I forgive you. 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 I am free. I am free. I am free. I am love. I am love. I am love. Yes. You are free. Continue to choose forgiveness. You got this.